There was no way of holding industry accountable before, and now we can actually, report on that. The alcohol industry says we will not target those under the age of 18. Well, we've got data that shows that they are being targeted and they are seeing these ads, and government needs to step up and do something about it because the industry codes of conduct are not working. We can scrape huge amounts of posts by influencers, hundreds of thousands of posts. We can run it through our system and we can say, these are the kinds of ads that are kind of circumventing the regulations because they're being put out through influencers. But it also works in unstructured, quickly moving social media content, and then it extracts information about those ads, what the timestamp was, what the category was, and what brand it was, amongst various other things. So you can imagine this situation where someone jumps on and says, I've had a really busy week. Give me some advice of how I might wind down at the end of the week. And up pops a response that says something like, oh, maybe a warm bath, maybe reading a book, go and see some friends, really neutral. But then below that response is an alcohol ad.
And we've found at the Alcohol and Drug Foundation that our visits to our website have dramatically dropped off in the last 18 months with the increased use of AI. If people are now choosing to go to AI rather than preferred health information websites for content and are trusting those sources, then there's an onus on, services to actually publish information in a way that the AIs can be use that content to train their own data sets and provide better quality information. The way that people are actually using ChatGPT and on other open source chatbots is very relational and regularly over time, which really changes the way that those LLMs respond. There really is a need for stronger ethical frameworks that are guiding the development of AI for health information, particularly around quality and transparency of how people are providing, how they're training the AIs. The chatbot is only good as it's been trained and coded by humans. We like to call it artificial intelligence, but it isn't really. There's still a human component very much to it. And it's always going to have that bias in terms of who's coded it, the guardrails that's been put in place, and the data set from which it's drawing its responses.